I'm gonna keep it like that. It looks good on camera. It doesn't look good in real life. Look at it.
It looks good in real life. Oh, the downlighting too helps.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, okay. Look at you.
What's up, hoes? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Des Roulette, and today we are going to make some healthy peanut butter protein cookies. I'm going to include some oats in my cookies today. You can replicate this recipe exactly and just leave the oats out, but I'm also gonna put bananas in this recipe, so if you're like super duper low carb, you're not probably gonna wanna use this because you do need the moisture from the banana for this recipe. So these aren't keto cookies, but definitely like a healthy peanut butter protein cookie with a little oatmeal. I mean, oatmeal is good for you. And I am gonna use quick oats. That's an important distinction. You don't want long cooking oats. Anyway, I have made variations of this recipe before successfully, but today's recipe is a little bit of trial and error. So we're gonna make the cookies and then we're gonna taste the cookies. So hopefully this video will be useful to you, even if they don't turn out awesome. Yeah, all right. So first things first, we're gonna start with 2 bananas. Originally when I made this recipe, it made about 12 cookies. I am trying to expand on the recipe and double the recipe today, which is another reason why it's a little bit of trial and error. We're in this together. All we can do is try. Oh yes, bitch, that's what I wanted.
Okay, we got 2 packets.
Yeah, because I do want to include some Splenda. I think that's important. All right, good. Okay, so I just broke up my 2 bananas into a bowl. Just to add a little bit more liquid, I am gonna throw in some vanilla extract and a little bit of almond milk as well. I'm gonna use 3 teaspoons full. It's about a tablespoon just to start with, but I'm kind of just going to decide if I add more based on the consistency of my banana mush. Chris thinks I'm pretty. I do declare, Mr. Beauregard, flowers for me. You almost want the bananas to be the consistency of a loose batter, like how you would picture pancake batter. I'm gonna add a couple packets of Splenda. I did make these the other night with almost no sweetener. They were still pretty tasty, but they weren't really sweet at all. So if you want them to feel more like a dessert, I do recommend adding some sweetener, especially because we're gonna add some plain Greek yogurt to the recipe to add more moisture as well. And plain Greek yogurt, it's a little tart. Not that it's sour per se, but it's gonna pull away from the sweetness of the bananas. Another thing that's interesting about making healthy treats is that a lot of the recipes are fairly interchangeable based on what your personal preferences are. For those of us who are on a restricted diet, we tend to be a little bit more sensitive to things that are sweet. If you avoid sweets, anything with sweetness is gonna be a little cloying for you. So you can adjust this recipe just based on how you live your life, and it should work out. We have our bananas all mushed up. I'm gonna add this to my larger container. And here's an example of adapting. I don't even have a real measuring cup, so I'm using an 8-ounce mug to measure my oats and my yogurt. To my banana mixture, I'm gonna sprinkle in just a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. Salt is basically like a magnifying glass in your food. It's only supposed to bring out the flavors of what you're working with. I'm not adding salt because I want you to taste salt in the mix. I'm adding salt because I want you to taste the sweetness of the banana, a little bit of the tartness from the yogurt, the softness from the vanilla extract. And we're also using a peanut butter protein powder, so that should help kick up the peanut butter flavor a little bit as well. I'm gonna add my oats next. I'm just gonna go with probably about 1 1/4 cup, and I'm just eyeing that. Baking is an exact science, but this doesn't have to be because it's not made traditionally. I'm gonna add some almond milk. Still want this to look like a batter, but it should hold itself well enough together that you can drop it onto your cookie tray without it collapsing. He's really curious about the cardboard. What was in that box? Was it the magic erasers?
No, well, the big one. That one was just my rope.
Oh. Was it like from a person or from a company?
Company.
Oh, interesting. Well, maybe they have dogs too.
Or maybe he was being the bad boy.
Maybe he's just being
himself.
Yeah. I'm gonna add a lot of peanut butter to this. Like probably more than you want to see. And I'm not measuring it. I'm just using my eyes. It'll probably be a great deal more than that.
You said add another little tablespoon?
Yeah.
That's a little tablespoon?
Well, yeah, because this is a teaspoon, so 3 of these is a tablespoon. It looks like a lot, but I have to remember that I'm adding the peanut butter protein powder as well, so we should have some extra peanut butter flavor. But like, peanut butter is my favorite. You can never have too much.
Never.
So 1 scoop is 110 calories, only 2 gram carb, but 1 gram fiber. That's really good. 25 gram protein. All right, so we're just gonna put 1. So it looks like I added about 3/4 a cup of peanut butter. I've now added a scoop of our peanut butter protein powder. Mixing that up. I'm gonna add some of our yogurt shortly, just to really help with the moisture. If you want to make this recipe vegan, you just sub out the yogurt for applesauce, and it should create the same effect as far as providing that moisture that you're really looking for. You could also add sugar-free chocolate chips to this recipe if you want to add some chocolate. I have some sugar-free marshmallows that I'm going to add to some of these cookies as well, because peanut butter and marshmallow together, basically the greatest flavor combination of all time. Oh, you know what else? I should have done this really before I started mixing my batter. Right after I finished mashing the bananas, I should have preheated the oven. I didn't do that. I'm gonna do that now. We're gonna preheat our oven to 350. So easy. It's so spanking cute. I'm also drinking vodka. Hello, Mayberry. Sunday night. And I kick.
Wow. I'm crazy.
I make sure my head's in the game, you know? I'm also not gonna measure the yogurt. So this isn't even really a recipe. This is like experimental bake time hour. Because I'm like not doing the right thing. I don't know, I feel like I just tend to eye these things, but I spend a fair amount of time concocting like recipes. Not that I have them written down, because I do not. I'm gonna add a little bit more oat, a little bit more almond milk, probably a little bit more peanut butter. Okay, so all in all, let's say a full cup of peanut butter, about 1.5 cups of quick cook oats. I'm gonna say 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, because I am gonna add a little bit more. We had about 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt and about 1/2 cup of almond milk. Again, I'm guessing, but I feel confident about my guess. All right, our oven is now officially preheated, so we're almost ready to start dropping these on the sheets, on the cookie sheets here. I think these are gonna be better.
Yeah, well, there's more peanut butter.
Right.
Did you put the marshmallows in there?
Not yet. So the question is, should I drop the marshmallows in the batter, or should I just put them on top of the cookies, like 1 by 1? It's filthy, right?
Whoa.
It tastes pretty good.
And I taste the banana, and like the peanut butter banana ratio right now. I think, dare I say perfect?
Oh, because it's gonna
my God.
basically taste like that once it's cooked. It's gonna be very similar. That's the best part about this type of recipe. So when you're not using regular flour, you can gauge what to add as you taste the batter as you go, because raw flour tastes horrible. It tastes like cardboard. Like, flour doesn't taste good until it's baked. So if you're using a regular recipe and you're tasting raw flour, you're never really gonna know what you should and shouldn't add, because the science of the flour changes. The flavor changes once it's baked, once it's exposed to heat. Whereas like the oats and like the peanut butter and the yogurt, like those are all foods that are eaten pretty much in the state that they're in, you know? So it's easy to kind of taste the batter as you go, which is also good why there's no eggs in here. I can wash those, yeah. Hey, my
favorite.
your mascot. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up some of my sugar-free marshmallows and add them to the batter. Obviously, this is an optional step. Same thing with the chocolate chips. If you have chocolate chips that you wanna add, sugar-free or otherwise, now would be the time. Totally your call. And I've never tasted these before. I'm wondering if I should we have a little taste test before I'm gonna make sure that they're not horrible. Texture seems right.
Pink and white?
Pink and white.
Does it have another flavor? Uh-oh.
It doesn't really taste like anything. Like, the texture is pretty consistent, right? It's kind of mute.
Is it because there's no sugar?
Maybe. They have to have some kind of sweetener in them, because they are a little sweet.
Yeah, don't really get the marshmallow taste. Keep them out, and then maybe we'll do a few with
We'll do a few with. So I have some cookie sheets that I've lined with aluminum foil, and I'm gonna spray the aluminum foil with Pam. I don't want my cookies to stick. And I'm just gonna drop my batter right onto my aluminum foil. What you doing over there?
Got a boomerang of you.
Yeah?
Seen shit. I mean, I tagged you. You can
Some
just
B-roll.
repost it.
Yeah. All right, I think we're good. So we are just gonna add some marshmallows to some of the cookies. I tried to think of what didn't turn out well before and improve upon it. So if my brain is working, if my intuition is right, which is what I've said, like, I'm not a ground baking baker, but I have developed some intuition about cooking and baking over the past few years. So if my intuition is good, these will be much better. Here's another thing that's important for the video. These are cooked in 15 minutes.
Nice
He's a good boy though, because he's no junkie.
Right. Maybe the baking of the marshmallow will bring the flavor out. Probably not. But
I mean, if we had more sweetener, I would sprinkle some on top. All right, let's see what our trays look like. I did add some of our sugar-free marshmallows to some of our cookies, and I added a little bit more mineral salt to the cookies that have the marshmallows on them. Otherwise, this is what our batter looks like dropped onto our trays. Here we're going into the oven. Putting the cookies with the marshmallows on the top shelf. Because heat rises, we want to make sure those marshmallows melt. 15 minutes, setting our timer. Start. Boom. We'll be right back. All right, so our timer just went off. The house smells like amazing, delicious cookies, like insanity. Wow. These look perfect. So we've got a little bit of browning on the marshmallows here. You can tell they're cooked because they're not sticking. Oh yeah. Those are done. Okay, so our cookies are all out of the oven now, guys. I have calculated a rough estimate of macros in each cookie, as best as I can tell, and this does not include the sugar-free marshmallows. That being said, the sugar-free marshmallows basically have nothing in them, but I'm also assuming that most people are not going to be adding the sugar-free marshmallows. So just based solely on the ingredients that we use, each cookie has 46.68 calories, 3.13 grams fat, 10.2 carbohydrate, that's with the oatmeal, 2.35 grams fiber, 2.01 grams sugar, and 4.24 grams protein for each cookie, which honestly is pretty awesome.
That is pretty damn good.
Like, it's a diet cookie, so if this tastes good,
knocking it out of the park.
We haven't tried them yet. We're dying to. Fresh out of the oven. Gave them a minute to cool. Should we dive in?
Yes.
I'm gonna take this little one.
Okay, go for it.
I am gonna go with the marshmallow.
Yeah,
side.
definitely go with the marshmallow first.
They look really good. The only thing missing, chocolate chips. I would like to put some sugar-free chocolate chips.
Oh, definitely. Next time for sure.
Next time.
Right.
Here we
cheers.
go. Honest, honest. Don't lie.
I'm getting surprisingly a lot of banana.
There's definitely more banana than there was. Not a lot of peanut butter.
Not a lot of peanut butter coming in. No.
Which is weird. Because we use the peanut butter and the peanut butter protein.
There's a lot of peanut.
They're moist though.
Yeah, it's very good.
Consider it.
Oh my god.
Still not very sweet. I would like to have added some more sweetness. Girl?
This one I'm getting more peanut butter.
Yeah? There could be some differences between the cookies. I'm actually going to try one without marshmallows to see if I can taste the peanut butter better. Because the marshmallow might be distracting.
Maybe.
I'm just happy they're not really dry. That's what I worry about. Alright, listen. They're good. Not a lot of peanut butter.
Still?
Yeah.
That's 3 in a row.
Not getting a lot of peanut butter. But that's the thing, I can fix that. I mean, for what it is, it's a health cookie. It's better than other health cookies I've had. There's like nothing, there's like no fat in these.
Real ingredients.
And like made in 20 minutes.
Oh, excellent.
It just needs more peanut butter.
You can never have too much peanut butter.
Never. I thought I was adding a lot of peanut butter. It needs more peanut butter.
That scoop looked nasty.
I know. That's the thing.
It's almost like a softball.
I gotta find a way to incorporate more peanut butter flavor. But I'm not disappointed about this.
Hell no.
That's
I'm
it.
on my 4th one already.
I'm on my 3rd.
I am waiting to catch up.
I still think they're really good. All right, moving forward, I would add more sweetener. I would add more peanut butter. And otherwise, they're perfect.
They're very good.
What?
They're very good.
Oh, and I would add sugar-free chocolate chips.
You think they need a little more Splenda?
Yeah.
No crumb left
Oh
behind.
my god. They definitely need more Splenda. But that's it. That's all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you will test this recipe for yourselves at home. Let me know what you think about your results. And I will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We out this bitch.
Turn it off.